how do you guys find artists for your labels? Like, and what percentage of your business is actually that? It's like going out there and playing A&R and finding like, you know, artists to sign to your labels. Like,
But nowadays that that equation is so neutralized because of the internet. So we just get it through MySpace, like left and right. People hit us up on MySpace. They hit my page. They'll hit Sean's page or Buckshot's page, and they'll say, "Check out our songs" or whatnot. We'll spend some time and go do it. It's a good tool for people right now that are trying to do it. You can post it right on. You don't have to force a CD on someone in a time where they may not hold it, they may not carry it. You can get it. You can get in front of people through the internet. So it's a good way right now. And I spend a few. I'm not gonna say a few hours, but I spend 20, 30 minutes a day probably going to different pages of people that hit me up and check it out. And then if I see something that I like or hear something more, I'll follow up and get the rest of the team to hear it too.
Don't ever forget that one of the main things you got to do, you got to be on the scene. You got to be out there. A lot of times a lot of us that are independent, we got other hustles, other jobs, other this. A lot of people have so many other things that they deal with in their own personal life that, that kind of takes a toll on a lot of people that could reach a high potential. So basically what you do got to focus on is whatever is popping at, whatever is going down, you got to try to be there as much as possible because, if you're not seen, then no one sees you. That's kind of common. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what you gotta focus on, and that's how me and Drew is more of a distributor. Like Duckdown, we do everything, but we really a distributor, and being a distributor of other labels or giving other labels the opportunity to say, hey, you might have sold 5, but I could take it to 10. It's about recognizing the potential that certain people do put forth and going to get those artists and seeing how good they are and taking it to that next level.
Right, so. Right. I just want to kind of shift the table to talking about you guys as producers too. A lot of you sitting on this panel are producers. When it comes to production, first of all, like, how does anybody even out there get into production? Like, what do they need to do to start producing?
I would say, yeah, there you go.
Come to Guitar Center.
go.
Come to Guitar Center.
Shameless plug. Nah, I mean,
shameless plug.
I would say, what I always advise for people who ask me that question, I would say just, besides having your own creative ideas and stuff, just find equipment that you really are going to be comfortable with. Like, it may even take you a few, to come here and demo like a few equipment, or if people friends with equipment, like it may take you a while before you find that one that you really feel comfortable using and you can flow on, and then just master it. Know what every button does. Just master your equipment. And then everything else should be just that much easier.
Yeah, take your time. Like, don't try to just jump in. Like, yo, I'm certified. I'm good. I'm good. Like, you press one button. Yo, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like, take your time, kind of compare. You gotta kind of compare. You gotta know your frequencies. Make sure your kicks and your snares and all of that type of talk. But take your time. Like, it's no rush. That makes life longer when you take your time and you say, all right, well, I'm going to really master it, and then you get your niche. That's when they say, yo, this dude is known for this right here. Like, we know when this comes on, that's his thing. Like, you hear Swiss Beats track, that's him. Like, he stayed there for a minute and got his niche. So, like, when you take your time, then you get your niche, and then you got your slot,
Yeah, and for all the like hip hop based producers and stuff like that, like one thing that I regret when I was a kid growing up, like before I even thought about doing music, I was like in elementary school. Like, my father wanted me to take piano lessons, and I was like, man, that's just for girls. I wanted to play the drums or something like that, or the guitar. And I used to ditch my piano lessons, but now it's all kicking me in the ass because, now I'm hiring, when I come into sample clearance issues or whatever, and I got to replay a sample and stuff like that, I got to, hire people and stuff. Man, I really regret. So, if, hip hop production and stuff, it all started with the sample and everything, but, you could also expand it. Like, you ain't, just like playing an instrument. Like, don't be afraid to play an instrument, and incorporate it into your music. Or if you know how to play an instrument and you really learned at playing an instrument, like you could hear musical stuff within a sample that the average ear probably wouldn't hear. And you hear different melodies and stuff. You could chop things up a different way. Like me, my name is 88 Keys. Given to me by my man right here. But man, I don't know how to play no keyboards or nothing. I be on there like just like one finger.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But that it depends on what type of production you're trying to do. If you're trying to do like really sample based hardcore beats, like like even me, like I play a little bit of keyboard just to throw a little dash on some samples or whatever. Like you don't have to be Mozart really. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just have your. I mean, because this is us. This is hip hop. I'm speaking from hip hop, from a hip hop point of view. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like when I do it with samples and things like that. So that's my foundation. I'm up here on the strength of hip hop. Like I'm not up here for playing melodic. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I mean? So if you're doing hip hop production, you know what's right. You know what's right. But the key to it is take your time. If you trying to just jump in and just say, yo, I'm good, yo, let me hook this up real quick, I'm good, this is my first time at it, somebody gonna come and crush you. Somebody's just going like, yo, you're not good, son, you're not good. Like, yo, no. So that's the key, is take your time. If when you get into these instruments, whatever, like you'll find something, you say, yo, I like this. So your man will have a 2000 or whatever. You say, yo, I'm interested in that or whatever. Like you get into it, then you start messing around with it. And then when you get it, to yourself, like if you take your time, you get it to yourself with you yourself, where you can mess with it. And, like the next man can show you, yo, son, do this, do that. But then when you get it home by yourself, where you can actually take your time and say, okay, this does this, and now you really know the meaning of what it does, not just what the next man told you. That's basically what I'm saying, is take your time, just learn your craft. Like you don't even have to be the realest hip hop dude and yo son and all of that. You could have this instrument and just learn it and find your niche and get busy. Get busy. That's the foundation.
Oh, one other thing, like, is just to touch on something that he just said. Like, man, don't have a bunch of yes men around you, because they will gas you, and you all gas thinking that you got the hot John Blaze joints, and you like let's say you get caught in a situation where your music isn't really sounding right. And you got your boys around you like, yo, man, that shit is hot. And then you find yourself in the studio playing tracks for Busta Rhymes or whatever. You play your joints and he's like, next. Then, Just Blaze coming right behind you and he crushing you. So you gotta make sure you gotta make sure that your music is really good, like from the soul. Like, your people's gotta, help you craft it. Like, one of my best friends right there in the back, like back when I was in the basement making beats, like he used to be there like every day, just like, man, I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, that one's dope right there. That one's dope. Yeah, that one's dope. Well, yeah, right there, Nat. Give it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just like it's just like really don't have any yes men around you, or don't ask your girl like, oh baby, what do you think of this beat right here? Oh, it's cool.
You're
it's cool.
the best.
I need some sneakers.
You're the greatest.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them gas you.